What's going on, everyone? Dustin Koppel here, and I am the traveling disc golfer. Today, we're going to be playing a beautiful course called Central Valley, which is in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, right outside of Nashville. Now, this is a fairly new course, so you're going to see the tee pads aren't completely done yet, and you're going to see us playing off to the side. But hole one, just a bomb you're going to need. And what's really cool about these is it seems wide open. Obviously, you have a bunch of woods, thick woods to the left there, but the right has a defined fairway. So, they are starting to keep the tall grass going and keeping the fairways mowed. And obviously, the tall grass is going to play OB, which makes this extremely difficult. So, you can't throw anything wild. You got to make sure that you keep everything in the fairway. Hole two, bomb going downhill, 498, par 3, probably like a 60-foot fairway, tall grass on both sides. So once again, got to keep it in the middle. And you can tell that this is one of those days where it is raining on and off. So you're going to see that a couple times in the video here. But on this hole, you are just trying to make sure that you throw a bomb and keep it in the center and do not go OB. Both of us were able to have our drives land somewhat in the middle, and I've been working on my jump putts. I don't care really where I'm at, just trying to keep it going. So hit a nice putt from circle's edge there. Nice little tap in, both of us taking pars. Hole 3 was a fun one, 271 uphill. Got to throw into the gap and going into the woods. I love the way they use the property here. They did such an amazing job designing this course. OB all along the right side there, and then really thick stuff. I had Jeremy here, the guy that I'm playing with today, throws it in there, and then he was able to save it or get it out of there. And he's putting for par. Leaves it a little short and low. This is my birdie putt. I was able to get up into the gap somewhat, but those trees right there stopped me, and disc catcher decided not to catch the disc today. So, all right, nice little shorty, but it is a fun one. Like I said, they did such a good job. There's a low hanging vine right there, so you cannot throw a huge wide hyzer. You got to keep it low, having it skip and just kind of go through. Notice he caught the vine right there, and then it goes downhill, back uphill using the mounds. But it's such a cool course. Even though I had a decent shot, I was still blocked off right there and trying to anhyzer it around, and obviously hitting the basket going down. You're gonna notice, it's quite uphill once you're from there. So this has, once again, a cool gap, some vines in the way. This course is still fairly new. Tee pads, like I said, aren't done yet, but we're playing off to the sides and whatnot, so no big deal there. You're going to see us doing that a couple times, but really cool vines behind him to kind of block the entrance, making it very unique, but obviously huge green when you get down there. Both of us will be tapping in for par again. So this one coming out, notice they're using the fairways very nicely, and the tall grass is OB, kind of a little dogleg left. But they have these bomber holes, which was a ton of fun. Just, you got to make sure that you keep it in bounds. That one was a little pulled to the right, but it did hyzer back in. Right on the edge. And I left that one a little short as well. And that was one of those ones where it felt good when it landed. So once again, they're, wide open, but you're throwing into the gap. And it's just such a cool way that they use the woods to design these holes. And obviously, you're throwing about 320 to hit that gap. And then maybe about 50 feet back will be the basket with some guardians. So just, like I said, they did such a beautiful job designing this course. If you guys ever get a chance, you got to check this one out. Ton of fun. straddle putt to save par. Oh, heartbreaker right there. All right, another bomber. This one's going to be slightly dogleg right. Thick woods on the right side, OB on the left. So as a right-handed player, there's going to, be a huge turnover sidearm. That one leaked a little left for him. But really good upshot from where he was, about 250 out. And mine ended up landing just inside and ended up catching that branch. Wasn't paying attention to it. Try to straddle from here, a little jump putt, and just splashing the side of the chains. Another heartbreaker one there, but that's disc golf. He felt the same thing bouncing out. So really low-hanging limbs on this one once you get up there, little guardian trees. And obviously with the rain, I did slip on that one. There's some mud right there. They're going to be putting in turf pads, so we weren't trying to mess up what they've worked on so far. So that's kind of, like I said, why we're teeing off from the sides. But they should have those done here in a couple weeks. I know they have a tournament coming up in November, so they will have those completely done. They'll have the signs put up. So this course is still, like I said, fairly new, and it's but it's definitely been one of my favorites so far. As you can tell, the rain's picking up. Got to hit the gap right here. OB is behind it. There was kind of a little greenway path there, so you got to make sure that you have good distance control on this one. I got lucky and had a nice little parked hole. So this next one, this is a heartbreaker hole for me. 429 woods on both sides, and these woods are very thick, and you will soon find out how thick they are. As that one was turning over, looked great. I thought I would have just been right on the edge, but I was a little deeper than what I wanted to when I got down there. Jeremy here kind of turned his over, but he had a decent little tree kick to have him end up on the outside so he could have a little patent pin and throw there. So that is for his par. And this is where the struggles begin for me. So I was trying to use my tilt, get out of there. Then I just had to throw as hard as I could to get out of that one as well. There was no openings whatsoever because this course is still fairly new. And that is a tap-in for a 5. So, and these shorties, as you guys are throwing these, they are so well protected and guarded, and got to hit the gaps. And it's very fair for the gaps, but if you do not hit them, then you will find yourself in trouble if you do get into these woods. And I love a course like that, to where it's very fair to play, but if you are not in the fairway, you are struggle bussing. So, and that right there, my putting was struggle bussing a little bit today. Have the silo on this hole right behind it, a fun one as well. Like I said, I just love the way they use the property here. This tee pad was a little bit flatter, so we were able to play on this one. Jeremy ended up catching those branches right there, but got her on the silo. Circle's edge putt. He was able to save that par. Just playing with the camera, trying something new as my birdie putt. So this is another fun one. Downhill, 321. Got to hit the gap. Let it ride all the way through. And when you're throwing these and you hit the gaps, it is such a fun thing to watch, as most of you guys know. But you can throw a flex forehand, backhand. You have quite a few different options. Very fair. But once again, if you do not get in there in that fairway, as you can tell, it is very thick. Another birdie there. I will take it. So going uphill now, And I love the way, like I said, they use the property, because you're going in and out of the woods. It's not like just pure wooded for a bunch of holes and then open for a bunch. It's just such a great mixture, going in, going out. Ton of fun. Jeremy here has a great upshot. I'm going to try to match it. Both of us ended up catching trees on the way out, or on our drives, excuse me, but both of us were able to get out. Having fun playing with the different camera view on the putting. Hole 16, this is such a gorgeous one as it goes in, and then it comes right out. Now, it may look like there is a hyzer line to the right, which there is, but you better be throwing about 420, and you have about a 10-foot gap if you want to park it. You know, the sidearm, if you have a bomber sidearm or a good turnover shot, you're going to be able to get it. And both of us were a little short on it, but at least we were able to, or I was able to throw mine down there. It caught a little bit early. The distance was off, but they did such a great job keeping the guardian trees there. Here is the only par 4 on the course, hole 17, 754, uphill. Then you have these cement barriers, or they're like rocks. This is definitely a true par 4, and once again, you can see the fairways there. Got to keep it in the fairway so you're in bounds. And then just throwing uphill once again. Now, I know, like I said, they are still working on the course. I know we were talking about this. They're going to be putting in some straw, I believe, there, so it's not as muddy.
I'll edit that.
But both of us able to get the par. And then finishing off hole 18, once again, they're just doing such a great job keeping that long grass there. And, you know, it kind of funnels down to the green, so it's nice and wide, and then gets smaller and smaller and smaller as you get to the green. So got to throw a nice hyzer shot or sidearm, 400 feet downhill. And this was just a failed attempt. And another one. So both of us took a par, but 1 over for me, 6 over for him. Overall, guys, final thoughts on this course. This, like I said, has definitely been my favorite one that I have played so far in the Nashville area. Brand new course in Murfreesboro, Central Valley. Check it out. You guys subscribe to the channel. Take care.